Hi, I'm an idiot. Since you're clicking on this video, you probably know what D&D is. It's a game about action, storytelling, and is overall a beautiful game. One of my favorite games of all time. We've all seen a movie or played a video game with a story in it, right? Those stories, those narratives, the characters' ups and downs. That's what we call a narrative, a story. D&D is like a movie, but instead of watching the characters, you get to live as these characters. You get to feel their pain, you get to feel their happiness, their joy, their passion, their assertiveness, their relationships, everything about this character. Where you can invest yourself in a world where you can almost live as another person. D&D is about the player characters. Not just the players, but the characters themselves that they play. And for that, the player should understand who their character is. The player creates their character, forms them, their mold and everything, so they should have an understanding of who they are, right? A character, when it comes to the roleplay and player characters in D&D, I believe follow three basic guidelines when it comes to their roleplay or narrative-based characters, outside of combat and everything. Motivation, backstory, and personality. Motivation being what drives them forward, whether it's their grandma's sick and they need to make money to support them, or they're lost and trying to find themselves and who they really are. Their personality being whether they're a hopeful, cheery type or a quiet, brooding type, someone who is very impulsive and eccentric, or someone who's very calm and collected. And backstory. What happened to this character before their catalyst, the beginning of their story? What happened to them that shaped them, and how did their personality interact with this? Backstory relies on motivation. What motivated the character to go to those places and do those things, to meet those people and to feel those experiences that shaped them in their past, and it's their personality that determines how they react. If a character is hurt by someone in their past, and their personality is a very closed-off person, they're gonna learn to not trust people and actively be an untrusting person. However, if a character is hurt by someone in their past, and they have a very hopeful and determined personality, they might decide to be more trusting of people, in hopes that they will find someone who won't hurt them again like that person in their past. But every character is different, and some characters' personalities are more complex than others. And that's just one character motivation a character can have alongside defeating the dragon or whatever the campaign is about that you're doing. I feel like that is my best example to why backstory, motivation, and personality are huge influences over your character. There's a lot more things like their relationships and their dynamics with other characters, but I feel like these three fundamental rules that if you understand them, that can change how you play the game completely. And a little piece of advice? Don't think about your character's backstory too much. Let your character live in the present. You should think about it at times, and it should shape their character and affect them, but don't let it become their entire personality. I can't stress enough how much these are not strict. These are basic little guidelines that I just think of in my head when I'm thinking about my characters and the campaign. Whenever I'm bored, I just think of these things. These are basic guidelines that help me understand my character and how to move this character forward in the story, how they would react to things. None of this is strict. None of this is strictly followed by anyone, I don't think. And you shouldn't be pressured to feel good at roleplay or anything. These are just little things that come up in my head that I use and felt passionate enough about to rant on about it. That's what you'd call this, right? A rant?